Hey boys and girls, welcome to the Ram Man Inc. Don't forget the ink. Here's my trusty pointer, my stick of brazing rod, Ram Man Inc. There's how you can get hold of Kate. Here's some other relevant information. And it's been a long time, so I wanted to show people. So how do we do the General Motors Chevrolet IFS independent front suspension lock and hub kits? Well, first we did the Dodges, and then I jumped into the Jeeps, and then I jumped into the Chevrolets. So, how do we do this? Well, first of all, what we need to do is we need to take a factory Timken hub for the vehicle. A factory Timken hub for the vehicle. And then we remove the splines and we install a bearing in the back, and now it's a couple years ago, and a bearing in the front. Throughout history, lock and hub designs had the bearing in the back, and the locker bearing handled the light load of the extension shaft. But that is not the best ultimate way to do things. Having a large bearing in the back and one here in the front really stabilizes things. Can you see that bearing there? That one that's in there about 2-3 inches? Yes. And of course they're replaceable. Of course they are. I don't do stuff like that. Here we're looking at some 2009 H3 Hummer. Of course, factory Timken hub. Been changed out to machine to accept a locking mechanism. And here we go. There's our big front bearing. And then there's the back bearing. So the shaft is super stabilized. And then on the front here, all we have done, well, I say all, we have machined them to accept an old school worn type locker body. So, we run this badass Timken hub, and the hub is machined for lockers. That's what we do. Do it by the thousands now. In our small little handcrafted shop. That's right, I said thousands. And then we have to come up with the shaft. Well, you might as well just stay with the same kind of get-up. You run in Dana 60 external hub, 30 spline job. Then you ought to have your shaft in. It's a 30 spline Dana 60 end. And then once you have that, you have, voila, like Tom here with his 2018 Chevrolet. Here we go, gang. There we go. So, that's how we do all this stuff. And as we can see, it is the beginning of April the 5th, 2022. And we're getting ready to send out 3 kits of the Chevrolet IFS alone. And the Chevrolet, we do, of course, the Chevrolets and the Jeeps and the Dodges. The Dodges account for about 80%. The Chevrolets account for about 10%. And old Mr. Jeepers account for about 10% of our total production. That's typically the way the breakdown is. And of course, we basically have a monopoly in several of those fields. And of course, moving on, all the hubs that we sell, they come with a special grease fitting type, so that at any point in time, you can remove the ABS wire and put this nice little grease fitting down off in there, and you can grease that bad boy anytime you feel like. Isn't that cool? That's cool. So we're using a lot of modified, high dollar, the best OEM parts. We take the best OEM parts that are available. We modify them, sometimes a little, sometimes a lot, and voila. That's why we have a badass product that works. And I mean, we just don't have any problems. I can count the number of problems we've got on one hand in 5 years. One hand. Timkins just don't fail. Anyway, God bless you. God bless America. Get you some locking hubs. Change your life. Change your buggy's life. And rebirth that bad boy into a mean machine. Bye.